In perhaps one of the most shocking revelations here on the Harsh Language Podcast, Marvin had never seen Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And
You've seen a lot of Adam
Isn't
Sandler,
that shocking
but not
at
Happy
this point?
Gilmore, yeah.
this one's pretty shocking. So
Is
today,
this
an
even
all-time
his
classic.
biggest movie?
yeah, that's why it's shocking. So
Oh wow, I'm
this
surprised.
is Marvin's first time watching Happy Gilmore. And yes, it is probably considered it's probably the movie he's known
This or
the
Billy
most
Madison.
for. Adam Sandler doesn't get a lot of love for some reason. I don't know why. I said it a couple weeks ago on the show that like I really appreciate him as like a person who makes art for us because everything he makes at the very least feels genuine. He doesn't work too often, but when he does, it's just him and his buddies just like having fun. And I do appreciate that. And I love all his movies for good or bad. Like some of them are silly and stupid, but I have fun and they always make me laugh. And so all that said, I do think out of all his films, Happy Gilmore is probably the one he's known the most for. It's probably the most recognizable. It's certainly the most quoted and quotable, I would say. But let's get into it, Marvin. What'd you think watching it for your first time?
I thought it was good. It felt just like this era of Adam Sandler to me. So
Yeah.
it was a very easy watch.
Yeah, this is peak Adam Sandler doing all the yabadoo voices and
This
like
is
all that
Adam
shit.
Sandler in his like stride, knowing what he's having fun with, knowing what jokes work, knowing how to
Yeah.
keep the audience laughing.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good for me as some of the others that I've seen, like Little Nicky and Billy Madison. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
In terms of ridiculous comedy, I think this is probably the most realistic one of them all. Like Billy Madison, like a kid going back to school is kind of, like a guy, an adult man going back to school is kind of weird, which is a funny narrative about like how rich people could just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But this one is like, you could see like a ramshackle kind of like bum
I see similarities.
being able to like just be good at golf, It could be realistic.
Yeah.
This was
I'm
directed
not a
by
golfer, I'm a hockey player.
one of the most notable casts of an Adam Sandler movie, specifically Christopher McDonald as Shooter McGavin. Shooter. Like, very iconic character. Probably more, like, honestly, probably one of the more iconic characters, like, just in the history of film in general, is Shooter McGavin. So this is like...
You should follow him on X. It's a hilarious Twitter account.
Is it? Shooter McGavin?
Yeah, Shooter McGavin has been on X
it's
for a long
like
time.
That's
Just
funny.
Oh, that's funny.
making the greatest post ever.
This movie, of course, has Bob Barker and some of those, that famous quoted line is, the price is wrong, bitch. So there are like parts of this movie that are like literally ingrained into the culture of humanity at this point, which is why I say it's probably his most notable movie. Now, I love
piece
Billy.
of shit like you for breakfast.
Yeah. You eat
You know,
pieces of shit
Kanye
for
put
breakfast?
that in one of his songs.
Did he actually? See, so that's how big the movie is. If you got Kanye writing lyrics
I knew
about
that
this shit.
lyric before I seen this movie.
Peak Sandler. Yeah, I don't know what. There's not a whole lot to say. It's a star-studded cast. It's funny from beginning to end. Like you said, some of the most famous one-liners and catch-liners of all time. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time. So, yeah, just great all around. You can't go wrong with this movie. Highly recommend. A must watch. I watch it pretty frequently, at least once a year.
Yeah.
I watched it probably about a month ago, and then I watched it again because I knew we were coming up to review it. So,
Okay.
yeah, this film.
That Bob Barker fight scene was so funny. Good Lord.
It actually won an MTV Movie Award for Best Fight.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, they did such a good job with that because it was like played out like a hockey fight kind of, like, which is funny. It's just like a small little detail because he's like an aspiring hockey player. For those of you that don't know, I can't imagine there's anybody on earth other than Marvin who doesn't know the plot of this movie, but it's Happy Gilmore. He's the title character. He dreams of becoming an ice hockey player, but despite his very powerful slap shot, he can't skate. He has a short temper, and he's just overall pretty bad at hockey. So his grandmother ends up owing the IRS $270,000 in back taxes, so she gets her house repossessed, and he accidentally finds out that he has a really, really good golf swing. Well, not swing, but just he has a very powerful shot because of his hockey shot. And he decides to start entering in like golf tournaments to win back the money to pay back her house. And that's pretty much the plot of the movie.
I love how the IRS is a villain in this movie.
Hey, they're a villain in real life.
That's why Trump's getting rid of them, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah, let's go. Golden age of America's back, baby.
Oh, man.
As you could imagine, the movie has a cult following in the golf community. Golf.com and Golf Digest praised the film, predominantly Shooter McGavin. The Happy Gilmore swing, which is, of course, him walking and like running towards the ball, is imitated or attempted for fun.
Anybody who's ever played golf has tried that golf swing.
Correct.
That's funny.
And as anybody who has played golf knows, that is like the exact opposite of what a good golf swing is. In fact,
Yes.
in fact, the less power you give it, the better the shot generally in golf. Yeah, the more power.
It was funny that Shooter was trying to imitate it.
Yeah.
In the second half, like once he saw how good Happy was doing, he tried to imitate it and he just missed completely.
What are some standout moments for you, Marvin? You have like a favorite scene or anything, or favorite one-liner? Because there's a lot of them.
Favorite one-liner is definitely the "you pieces of shit."
Yeah,
Eat pieces of
like,
shit for
for
breakfast.
sure. Yeah, that one for sure.
What about for you, Dusty?
Stand out. I mean, the one-liners, I could go on and on all day. You're gonna die, clown.
Oh yeah.
That was great. Just playing. I don't know. I mean, this is one of the greater sports parodies as well. I was trying to think of some, like Talladega Nights has got to be up there as far as sports parodies go. But
actually, Adam Sandler has another good one. The Longest Yard. That shit's hilarious.
Yes. Also a good one. But yeah, just I think him and Chubbs, their interactions.
Oh man,
him and Carl Weathers, those were great. You give that shit up and you play golf. You're okay. If I had to wear pants like that, I'd kick my own ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't find anything wrong with it. Even the stupid stuff like pushing the air conditioner out the window and falling on the leg. I think I killed the Mista lady. Like,
dude,
it's just that the comedy is so brilliant.
The Ben Stiller stuff is actually so funny in this movie.
Oh my god!
At the nursing home. Now, now there's an internet theory that he's actually
before I put you to sleep.
The same character from Dodgeball.
It looks it's the same mustache.
I'm trying to think of the time frame for when they came out, and then in Dodgeball. But so basically, the theory is just like a fun theory that they just play. It's the same character, just in like different stages of life. Which might be,
you got to keep the hustle going. You got to make that bread. You know what I'm saying?
And then of course, talking about the late Carl Weathers, he's also a reoccurring character in Adam Sandler. Marvin, you should remember Chubbs from Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Because he's the angel in heaven teaching his mom how to play the piano. So now you get the connection.
Damn, yeah.
Because that was Chubbs. You see his hand. He's just all in the hips. All in the hips. Oh, he was teaching her to dance. He was her dancing.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
I said piano because he's playing piano in this. Yeah, great movie overall. I think it's probably one of the best comedies probably ever made, I would imagine. I mean,
it's up there.
Again, I don't have anything real bad to say about it. I don't have anything bad to say about it, to be honest. It even did quite well in theaters when it came out. I think it made, it made $41 million worldwide on like a $12 million budget. So like, you don't get much better than that.
A lot of money in the 90s. Yeah.
And,
sure.
I said it recently too. I don't know if you guys remember when I watched Ricky Stenicki. I watched it casually by myself, and I said how, like, it almost felt like going home after a long time, like watching a comedy from back in the early 2000s, because comedies like this don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, of course we get comedies, but they're not like this anymore. Like there was once a time where it was like okay to be silly and stupid and just like have fun. And movies like this are kind of few and far between. So that's why when like an Adam Sandler movie comes out, like I get super excited. Like I heard about Happy Gilmore 2. I wasn't like, oh, this is another movie that doesn't need a sequel. They're just cashing in. I'm just like, nope. It's just going to be Sandler getting together with his friends again, making a movie and having fun.
Yep.
Like, I mean, they're his friends, but they're all big name actors.
No,
like, how much money do you think is David Spade demanding like high amounts of money? Because there was a news piece I left out, like Red Note, that Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds movie. There was an article about how the operating cost was like 200 million, and 80 million of that was salary just for those 3 names.
Right.
And if it's the only reason that they haven't made a sequel is because that would probably balloon to $100 million, and they'd have a $250 million budget just because 3 people. So when he makes these movies like this, and he's got 17 people in them, like is it just because they're friends? I mean, how is he getting the rates and everybody else is charging, premiums? I guess.
If I had to guess, I don't think when he makes a movie, it's his production company. It's like everything's like sort of in-house. And I really do feel like it's just like, oh, we have an idea for a thing, like call everybody up. But Hubie Halloween was probably his last like actual Adam Sandler, like straight up Sandler movie. He plays like a nitwit guy who loves Halloween and like all this in a Halloween town. Even she.
Oh, it's the same chick.
Yep, Julie Bowen. She comes back. You got Kevin James in it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he makes a movie and you're getting Tim Meadows, Rob Schneider, Kevin James, Steve Buscemi's probably going to be in it. Like,
Tim Meadows is so funny.
Like, look at this cast: Shaq, Ben Stiller. Like, these people come out to just be in a Sandler movie. Grown-ups is a great
Kevin
example
James,
too.
Chris Rock, Shaq was in there.
Yeah, all friends. So that's just why I don't know. I think that's great. I just think he's a cool guy. I would like want to hang out with him in his basketball shorts and shit. Look at how he shows up to like a press thing for Murder Mystery 2. He's just always in like a sweat.
There's like a short sound. Like he was on a talk show, and they were talking about all like the clothes and stuff he wears, and they pulled up a picture of the last time he was on the show, and he's wearing the same like polo pink shirt that he was wearing with the last time he was on the show. It was Ellen. He was on Ellen, and she's like, "You wore that shirt last time you were here." He's like, "Yeah, I love it."
Happy Gilmore 2 is coming soon. When is it coming out? Expected 2025. There's no date yet.
Yeah, there's no date. There's no news. I wanted to segue. I was hoping we'd finally have a release date or like.
Speaking of Hal-El,
but yeah,
he's coming back. This is ridiculous.
I wonder if he's still going to be working at the.
I don't know. We'll see.
Place or if it's something different.
We'll see. That.
Of course, he's a Bruins fan too. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, obviously, Shooter McGavin's coming back.
Oh,
Shooter.
I mean, he stays in the Shooter McGavin character ever since this movie. I don't think he's really ever done anything else.
No, I mean that's what's
typecast himself.
Well, but that's what's funny about the character. But he was always that. Like he always plays a piece of shit. I don't know that I've seen Christopher McDonald in a movie where he doesn't play a bad guy, piece of shit. I honestly couldn't think of one.
Damn.
Oh, he was probably in some Wii Channel movie where he's.
Oh, that's right, and he was the golfer in Beverly Hills Cop 4. Axel F. Remember? We pointed it out. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't like he wasn't a Shooter McGavin. He was just playing a golfer. But
now I get the Easter egg though. Yeah.
Marvin, you're gonna get so many references now because you just leveled up. This is like a good level up. You just found like a relic weapon in Witcher or something.
Right.
Let's go.
But yeah, classic movie. I'm glad you finally watched it. I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad you recommended it, Dusty. It was a good timely pick.
Hopefully the second one holds up. It won't be as good as the first, but I don't think anything will because, we've both said this is one of the greatest comedies of all time. So
yeah, you can't relive that. I mean, listen, Adam Sandler's movies, not just this one, they're so quotable and memorable, and that is just a testament to how good they're. Like whenever somebody tells me they don't like Adam Sandler, like I just literally laugh in their face. I'm like, okay, dude, that's a real cool opinion to have because, like, I could quote Billy Madison and this movie, but Billy Madison, there was a period of time in my life when I discovered that movie, I've watched it like over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I could quote these movies like almost perfectly. Honestly, I didn't even watch it for this review because it's so ingrained in my memory. I didn't have time to watch it. Didn't have to. Usually I feel pressure. Like I got to watch the movie on Sunday now because we record on Monday. I don't want to be, but I was like, it's fine if I don't watch it. Like I know it by heart. Love it or hate it. He makes iconic movies, and that's just that. He's an icon. He's a human icon. I love Adam Sandler. Any final words from you guys?
Watch the movie. You haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And remember, it's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
So this has a 7 on IMDb. That is criminally low for this movie. I'm bumping it. It's a 10 for me, baby.
Damn.
It's a 9 from me.
This is probably an 8.
8? Really? The fuck?
8. All right.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit funnier. It was funny, but like I said, I feel like the other stuff is funnier to me. So Billy Madison, Little Nicky.
Big Daddy is also great.
Big Daddy's an incredible movie overall. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but like
for
so
sure. Big
that's
Daddy,
the thing.
yeah.
When I say Sandler movies, I'm not talking about every movie he's ever been in. I'm talking about the ones that are like Sandler shtick types of movies
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But there you have it, folks. There's Marvin's first time watching Happy Gilmore. He liked it. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? You guys should go check it out. Leave your
You
thoughts.
can't be not seeing stuff that I've seen now.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Yeah.
questionable at best. But yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this movie. Any points about it that you wanted to touch, that you would like to let us know about that we maybe didn't touch on.